Hello, Miss Lina and other listeners and watchers. So this is Team No Skills, and we'll be showcasing our song that we made over this semester and what we came up with. Uh, our necessary elements to put into this song was Chinese opera, and we decided to combine Chinese opera with the elements of gamelan. You will hear a lot in the song where there is a plegor scale in the back coming from a not a bonang but a substitute of bonang uh, put it with different instruments of different keys, and along with the Chinese elements where we include Chinese instruments such as, for example, the erhu. And yeah, that's technically all of what we made. We also added vocals to it, just to put in a bit more flavor and not so just one-sided to the instrumental side. We added both Chinese and English. Um, and we put it in a more like an ABA C A B plus A style, uh, more towards the pop kind of song. So I want to ask the other members, uh, what are the difficulties that you went through when creating this song? Amanda, can we start with you?
Basically, I think the hardest part was to actually even come up with an idea. I mean, but like we really compromised, as in not compromised, but I guess everyone did their own part. And I mean, Ashraaf tried to start with something, and I guess, as in coming out with an idea for me was really hard. So, for me to overcome it, I really went and searched for inspirations and to listen to more music and to actually try and squeeze out an idea. But yeah, that's what I think was the hardest for me.
And throughout that squeezing, you came up with a good idea for the Chinese opera side, while I came up with the rapping side. And at first we thought, this really isn't really gonna work because we have two complete different ideas. But once we got together and combined, put a bit of mixing in it, and then we realized, hey, this could actually work. It's this combination of gamelan. Yes, yeah. Go on.
Yeah, it's like a very good contrasting idea. So, and it matches. I think the best part was when we matched the two together. Yeah.
When we combine just the bonang part and a bit of the Chinese opera instrumental side, it just sits in really, really well. You will hear it later on after this discussion. Vincent, what was the hardest part on your end?
I think the most difficult part is how to mix all the ideas together to be as one topic, and I also think about the lyrics and how to combine the lyrics together to make it don't out of the topic, and and I need to search for so many information about Chinese opera to understand it, and then how to perfectly put my own understanding of Chinese opera in it. I think that's the most difficult part.
Okay. All right. Let's head over to AJ's side. So how was it? How was making the rap part for you?
I think it's come out with the lyrics, cause at first I wrote in Chinese and go and Google search about the culture things. Then at the end, I translate to the English and try to make the things smoothly, and the pronunciation it won't weird or something. Yeah, need to
Okay.
research many things. Yeah, this is
Uh,
the hardest part for me.
I guess that's all when it comes to questioning amongst the members on what parts we did. So without further ado, we'll start the video.
This is not your representing. Come on, this is Chinese opera and I gonna intro. Hey. Chinese opera is a China traditional arts and it's combined with music, dancing arts, literature, acrobatics and Chinese martial arts. Yay! There are about 360 kinds, every kind of the opera. Everybody say hell yeah! Chinese opera is famous all around the world, and now it's the time to learn Chinese opera. Yay!
不要对我说拜拜，开始退步慢摇摆，不理睬，时代广场交换了我的衣物，舞蹈交叉声响粉饰我态度，或许你早就忘了。
Yeah, Put on heavy makeup and traditional costume. It's showing out the whole person's aura. Props in hand and show some acrobatics. Yeah, now it's the time to perform Chinese opera.